Dawntrail! We finally made it. The final quest, yes. Thank you. Muklamat's gaze is firmly fixed on the Meso terminal. We'll carry out Kafkiwa's plan. It's our best chance to stopping Sphene. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt. You're all prepared, I assume. It goes without saying. Come, we have to the Meso terminal. Free like a bird. Free like a bird. On a flying aeroplane. No, aero bike. Kinda. Alright, shut it down. I will do my part too. My parents are watching over us, I'm sure of it, as is my grandfather. Whatever it takes, we must protect that which we hold dear. The Meso terminal. Now accessible. No good, it seems we can't simply shut down the Meso terminal like the others. Not surprising in the least. My mother did tell us its defenses are tight, but she also left me a means of circumventing them, a program that will send your souls into the terminal's memory blanks. Oh wow. Therein lies a virtual domain generated by Sphene's memories. Oh wow. Okay. That's drastic. So we would venture into this domain and thence seek out and stop Sphene. If our souls are transferred in their entirety, dying in the domain would be no different from dying outside of it. There is no guarantee of safe return. Sounds like a great idea! Yes! Let's do it. Nonetheless, that is a risk we must take. We could just blast it with magic. See what happens. Throw some nukes at it. We've already come this far, and I'll be damned if I'm going to turn back now. By meeting the Endless, I've gained a better understanding of Sphene and the burden she bears. I want to say a few things to her when we meet again, even if it doesn't make a difference. And hopefully then your arc as the main protagonist will finally be over. Whatever happens, we won't let Sphene walk at her misguided path any longer. For those we've yet to meet. I'll do all I can to provide support. Mother has instructed me on her program as well as the world within the terminal. I'll also keep an eye on your buddies while you're gone. Ugh. Should it come to it, though, I won't hesitate to call on our comrades outside. I'm actually aware of my limits. It's kind of funny what they must be thinking, like, hey, what are you doing inside there? Eating popcorn and ice cream. Upon entering the terminal, we will most certainly meet with fierce resistance from its defenses. Then there is Sphene herself. In order to initiate interdimensional fusion, she said that she intends to erase her own memories. What manner of entity she will become as a result, none can say. And if she invokes the key and opens portals to other worlds, she would have access to vast amounts of ether to bring to bear against us. We must be prepared for anything. Let's stop the talk and let's go! Whatever we encounter won't change our objective, and it won't change what I'll do. Why you? Why you? You're not... Well, whatever. Come, my friends, it's time to settle this. Let's do this so that maybe I can become the main protagonist of this game again. At some point, please, Square Enix. Alexandria. Ooh. Oh, I like the sound of that. Oh, nice. Really? Oh, so cool. Of course, it's her memories, right? So we see the actual Alexandria. The original Final Fantasy IX Alexandria. More or less. Probably. I don't want to see the stupid airship. I want to see the town, come on. Pretty good. That's the inn. That's the inn where Zidane drinks after bringing Garnet back, right? Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, this is gonna be so good.
To the memories memories of better days, I bid farewell.
Princess Fiend's memory. Is this Alexandria as it was when she lived? That's the inn. Or the bar. I don't even know. What the heck is... Okay, well. Nice. I'm gonna take my time with this. I think it is the inn, right? I mean, I'm not exactly sure if it's, like, exactly the same. But I think from the layout and everything, it makes sense.
Princess Fiend is here.
Princess Airship is coming to Victory's March. It looks I mean, look at this. It's freaking gorgeous. Oh my hell. Oh, now I want an actual city hub like that. Oh, I mean, Tuliolal is great, but look at this. Oh my god. And the music is phenomenal. What the heck? Oh, I don't like those. Oh, I do need my interface to fight. I don't think I recognize any of this.
Your smile means all is right with the world.
Victor's March.
If I smile, it is because you all smile for me.
I mean, there is a long road, right? A long street in the game. But it was the one leading up to the inn, actually. But I do remember this from the game, I think, right? I do remember running over there with Vivi, running up the stairs. Isn't that where you run the hippo? Where you have the race with the hippo? No, I think it's actually after the inn. Right? When you get closer to the main plaza. So this would be the main plaza then, because behind there is already the castle, right? But in the original there's a river in front of the castle that you need to cross by ferry, right? Also, this is not the same plaza as in the game, obviously. So I guess they didn't really want to go for an actual recreation. Meh, too bad. Then it probably also wasn't the inn back then, right? But it looked similar-ish as that scene, I would say. Oh, hello. Immunization protocol B9. It's employing countermeasures against Kakiwa's program. Let's proceed with care. Oh, boss fight. Up. Volatile memory cache. Oh, hello. Antivirus X. Nice. Norton antivirus. I was running out. That's why I used it. But really, it has no positionals. Interesting. Okay, cool. Oh, it doesn't have positionals, right? Oh, that's unfair. What the heck, really? Okay. Are you kidding me? What the heck? Okay, that's tight. No, like the first one. The rest is like, okay, but weird. Oh god. Really? Really? It just insta-kills me? Ah. Okay.
This should do it!
This should do it. Nope. Again. I mean, really? This is kind of brutal, not gonna lie. Oh dang, yeah, whatever. What am I pressing? I see a nerf incoming with this one, I have to say. I wonder what this is with. In an actual group of players. I mean, I guess you can survive one hit, right? But
You are my people.
the problem is also that you don't exactly know when
Protect you.
what will hit, right? If it's gonna be the donut first, or if it's gonna be the side AoE first and stuff.
The
Yeah, I get.
painful memories of war I lay to rest.
Looks like Bahamut had his fun, right? Oh no, wait, wrong game. Almost at castle. So much lightning. Wow. Yay, finally some good materia. I'm tired, sorry. Don't have much to say, it's 4 AM. Please help my family. They're over here. Doesn't seem like there's a battle going on right now, right? It's more the aftermath of a battle as it seems. Lightning! Oh no! Yeah, Shibari won't be enough. Is that how she died? I guess we are seeing how she died. Well, not right now, but we're gonna see how she died, I guess. Protecting her people. Oh, that was the boss barrier. Corrupted memory cache, again. Amalgam. Okay. Alright, let's see if we also need 3 tries for this one. What was it for? Hey, position ops. Okay. Great. Oh, really? Of course, Kryl, why do you stand at the melee position, please? You don't need to be in melee range just because you're small. Okay. Pretty cool boss. Kinda like it. I just saw the triangle forming on the first
Fear not.
half arena
You will
AoE.
all
Too late.
live on.
Alexandria's restoration, so they did build it up again, I guess. Oh, wow, this looks corrupted.
And at the last.
Oh, she's
my
deleting her memories, right?
Endless.
No. Barrier. Oh, the barrier protects him from the lightning. Okay. Huh. Not a beautiful day beneath Ever keeps barrier. More treasures just for me.
They've done it! They've prepared the Queen!
Memories.
We can't give up! Not until keep complete!
So I guess she did actually die in that. Airship crash. Well, not really die probably, but you know, like fatally wounded, and then they just try to preserve her memories. Not because of us. No, it's not because of us. She did say she was erasing her memories. You said so yourself, Buklamat, right before we came here, right? This is just... This combo is so flashy, man. Imagine having like 5 Vipers in your party and having the effects of other party members not on, not off. I'm just gonna be blinded all the time. Eternal Queen. Great. There? I was missing it, Grog. Come on, where are your dares? Alright, final boss time. And then... trial time. But I guess this was cool, but not as impactful as, you know, like, End Time. What's it called, End Time? The last dungeon of Endwalker? Or Emerald? Bleeding Edge Technology Eliminator. Yeah, there it is! So it isn't actually the trial. Yay. I was wondering when it would be coming. But I did think it would rather be the boss of the dungeon and not the trial. Trial has to do something with Sphene, right? I don't think Sphene would be the eliminator. Well, Sphene could have been the eliminator, I guess. But hey, she ain't.
Activate remnants. Engaging priorities. Attempting removal via incision. Re-attempting removal via incision.
Oh, okay. I thought it would be doing a donut attack because it went around her, right?
Commencing extermination sequence. Attempting extermination via multiple armaments.
Ah.
Purging via armaments. Acquiring target.
Okay. Never know where they're running towards. Exterminating. But you're the eliminator, not the exterminator.
Commencing final attack sequence.
Final. Great.
Attempting annihilation via high-powered energy discharge.
Didn't even see that one. From what? From that? Okay.
final attack protocol.
Here comes a big one, she says, and goes spinning like a wild monkey.
Foreign entities remain. Resuming annihilation.
Okay.
Annihilation. Annihilation.
Annihilation. Yeah, we've heard that before, actually. Okay. Oh my god, okay. Holy crap. Oh, I'm alive. Okay. Let's see this time. Yeah, the bosses are definitely harder than before. I have to say, until the last dungeon, until the previous dungeon, I didn't feel so too bad. Most of the bosses still didn't seem to be that much more difficult. But this one is, you know, like this dungeon is, yeah, it's nice. I like it. At least for first timers, I guess. I'm not even sure if I could have fallen off there. A dungeon master! This is gonna be a long episode. But we're gonna finish it right now, right here. I need to be done with this night, and it's 4:20. Yeah. There is no telling what may happen. Let us stay alert. Without the memories, what will Sphene become? The last boss. These precious memories, you would erase them all. Alright, let's go. Final cutscenes, final trial. And credits. Come on, go, go, go. Oh. Oh, that looks like a boss arena. Coincidence? I think not.
Sphene! Sphene, listen to me, please!
I'm afraid she's gone.
Synchronization will soon be complete.
Hi. That reminds me on Adele. Of Final Fantasy VIII, not 9.
Complete. Data for the Endless Sphene has been overwritten and reconfigured. All shall be well, henceforth and in perpetuity. Forever will I keep and cherish my people. To that end, I have removed the remaining checks upon my authority.
Gods!
Obstructions to the plan will be summarily removed.
Wait! I still haven't
Begone from my presence.
Bye, have a nice day. Oh, why am I still here? That's fun. Bye! Bye! Oh, who's the main protagonist now? Oh! Sorry.
According to Eliminator's battle data, you pose the single greatest threat.
So that means... hey, she's using pausers, pausing tools. No NPC help, I guess.
You will be erased, here and now.
Ha! Try me.
I am the bearer of the memories of Queen Sphene of Alexandria, and my desire to protect my people transcends all others. If it were you, could you have found another way? With your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice?
What are they getting at?
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you. Is that concern or suspicion? If things should
Both.
take a turn for the worse...
Now those words make a completely different sense. Have a different meaning. I'm shutting you down. Ooh.
Obstructions to the plan will be summarily removed.
I also have one of those. Look. Mine is a little smaller. I can even summon them inside a computer simulation. Nice. Into a computer simulation.
The worlds have been bridged. Be at ease, everyone. Your ether will soon be replenished.
You already said that before. Queen Eternal. That's what they called her.
I will suffer no interference. Disappear.
Disappear. Okay, bye. I mean, you could have sent us away, but you kept us in here so that they can fight us. It's your own fault. Alright. Woo! Let's see. Probably gonna get some second phase again with the people. Probably Aaron is gonna call the others, right? And then they will speak to me through the... whatever this is. Thanks, hello. Would you please? Hello? Oh my god. Wait. Okay. Sure. I don't even have anything to press as a Viper. I just wait until the countdown's over. Greetings and goodbye. Okay. Oh wow, that was a cool. That's a cool telegraph. I like that.
Deploying drone.
Okay. Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! 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 What's going on? I'm not even sure what those do. They don't... It looked as if they were following me, but I don't think they actually did. I think I just randomly ran into the same direction. Virtual shift. Oh my god. Okay. What's that? Okay. What? What are we doing with that? I have no idea. Okay. We did it wrong, but whatever. Everybody lives. Oh boy, this is something. Oh god. Hello? Where the heck is the center of this thing? What is this?
Deploying drone.
Coronation. I have no idea what this thing exactly does. Do we need to cross it or not? No idea. This is cool. I like. What the heck? 70%? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. How long is this fight? Pretty long, is the answer, I'd assume.
I will show you the world beyond.
Another virtual shift. I'm interested in how... difficult the extremes are gonna be. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw... that was mean, come on! I just saw the hole, I didn't realize it was below the... whatever we were hovering on. Now we... okay. Interesting, so there's two different levels.
Do not be afraid. Death is
Oh, come on! Really? How does the levitating even work? You levitate on everything except for those platforms, I assume. Okay, so on the platforms you need to look at the lower level, and next to the platforms you don't. I mean, that was cool. It's just like, it was really confusing. This fight is freaking long. That's kind of mean.
Are you still alive? Activating reserve power.
I am. Thanks for asking. Very kind of you.
Disengaging signals.
Okay. Sounds fun.
Target area delineated. Commencing erosion.
Is this a limit break? This is a limit break, right? Thanks, please. No? Maybe not. Never mind, it's just a super integrate mechanic vomit. Well, that was cool. I like that. We could have cheesed that though, using tank LB, I guess.
Let us rise up.
Divide and conquer. What am I doing? All the wrong things, obviously.
Deploying drones. We require ether.
Oh, I like this one. This one is the top, man. I imagine the wipers on the first few days for this one, when nobody knew what was going on. I mean, I probably have like half of the people knowing what to do here, especially the healers, because they are still alive all the time. This is so cool. I love this. I don't know. It's such a chaos. I love chaos fights.
Do not be afraid. Death is not the end.
Yeah, still alive. Gonna do the same thing again. Wiping on this boss is really annoying, I would assume. I mean, look at... It takes so long to get it done again, and it's really difficult, actually. For a, you know, like the story boss. Alright, we're gonna do the vomiting again. You do. It's gonna be the exact same. No, it's not. Okay. 30%.
A rift in reality? Has she lost control of the power? Steen! Listen to me!
Just no, come on, please,
I
no.
understand. I do. And I know that you won't be swayed from your course.
Uklamat coming swooping in. I am the main character of this game.
But if there's truly no other way to resolve this,
What did they even think? I don't know. It's like...
then face me. Not as a machine, but as the real you.
Lamachi.
Anomaly detected in memory banks. Data for the endless fiend partially restored.
You know, that's the one thing, well, one of the things we always praised about Final Fantasy XIV, which it did better than other MMORPGs, which is... Hello. You are the main character of the game. And not some freaking NPCs. And now, well, never mind, I guess.
Not again.
I feel your pain, as if it were my own.
Speak to Buklamat? Oh, they're talking about the boss, I guess.
At last, I think I know you. All of you.
This is gonna be just a 3...
How can you say that to me now?
The music is weird. Like, really weird. What the frick is with the music?
Over, Steen. We will stop you.
Yay, they're playing Buklamat's theme. Nice.
I won't let you. I can't.
That's what it sounds
will
like.
Protect my
And yeah, it's the same as with
happiness.
Endsinger, I guess. Just the same
Leave that
mechanics
burden
over and
with
over.
us now. We will bear it in your stead.
I mean... I'm gonna die, whatever. I'm gonna do the limit break. I was waiting for the mechanic to come again, you know, so that they can go to the front and just stand there and do the limit break, but she just didn't do anything. Well, Ensing's second phase, well, our second phase at Ensing was a lot better than this, I have to say. This was a lot of fun until 30%. And then, I don't know. And then Uklamat came in. And spoiled all our fun.
Steen.
Your voice reached me, Lamachi.
Is it really?
No, only in part. My memories as a living person are gone. I've been remade from those I had as an endless. However, I cannot remain long, for the Meso Terminal will soon cease to function. Once, you wanted to know me, Lamachi. Let my last act be to give an honest accounting. I am, above all, sorry for the suffering I've caused your people and mine. I am ultimately powerless against the inevitable, unable to do aught but visit harm upon the innocent. I am, in the end, a pitiful, selfish creature. One that should never have been created.
You are merely a system created to sustain Alexandria. Not your fault.
Our nations are worlds apart, but they feel so close. Who knows what we could have accomplished had we walked together towards a shared future.
Why did I feel close? What does Alexandria have to do with Tuliolal? No?
And yet, it could never be so. We each had our own to protect.
If only I had met you when I was still alive, then perhaps. But it's no use dwelling upon a miracle that didn't happen.
Will I leave you alone? You know, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm interrupting something here.
Still, if there's one thing I hope you'll believe, it is this. Brief though it was, I treasured our time together. It pains me to think that its memory will disappear along with me.
Well, we will remember. Like her.
I know I have no right to ask this of you, but when I'm gone, my people, will you?
I'm pretty sure they're gonna fare well. I mean, they will be able to sustain themselves,
We'll
right?
take care of
They're
them.
running the city anyways.
Don't worry. And we will never forget the Endless.
Yeah, you can do that, Wuklamot. I already have some ancients to remember.
Neither them, nor the time we spent with you. So be free of your burdens.
You mean that
Sphene.
6 hours or something that was? What a time to be alive. Or, haha, not alive. Whatever.
I will. Thank you.
Oh, so we do have the key now. And we just have to give it to Yashtola. She's gonna figure out how to use it, and bam! We can go wherever we want. Thank you. Hi. Have a nice day.
Farewell, my beloved Alexandria.
Oh yeah, also, no, you're not alone. Boo! How could you? Maybe it's gonna be the raid. Maybe it's gonna be the raid theme, right? But then again, it's not the raid song. It's a sad song, so probably not. How did they put like every single piece of Final Fantasy IX in there, but not the best of them. What? Of it. Yeah, the best of them. Yeah, I'm just giving up on thinking about the science and the workings behind souls and stuff. It's just like, I don't know. It's probably what they did as well, right? It's just like, it works for the story, whatever. Maybe when I do the side quests, maybe the side quests shed more light on that, but we'll see. Probably not.
So it was.
Of course, Vuklamat is the very first freaking character mentioned there. Yeah.
For oblivion's embrace.
For the VAs.
Their resplendent paradise was no more, as the memory sustaining it faded with the golden light. Even so, in a way, they live on. This I felt with conviction, as I basked in the glow of a new dawn.
I still don't fully understand why it's called Dawntrail. I mean, sure, we went on a journey, on a trail, now we have a dawn, I mean... But it's not as intricate as, you know, Shadowbringers, or Endwalker, or even Heavensward. We have credits, can I finally talk? No, okay. Also, this kind of music just doesn't fit Final Fantasy XIV, I think. It's almost like gospel. Almost.
It remains to be seen how interdimensional fusion may have affected other reflections. Kryle's parents spoke of the power's capacity for both good and evil. I cannot help but wonder how Svin's deeds will be remembered by those they touched. The key that started it all was entrusted to the adventurer.
The adventurer, hello?
Such an artifact certainly lies within the Scion's realm of expertise, and no objection was raised to their retaining it for research.
So I guess that's what they meant. When there's the reactions to the end of Endwalker of Dawntrail will determine how they continue on, because we do have the key to
By order
like all
of Vau Kona, the Sky Deep Cenote was placed under the strict watch of the Landsguard.
all the reflections in our hands, right? I like Bakulja as a character more than Vuklamat at this point.
They shall not want for strength, even in Soralja's.
And I've always said I don't mind Vuklamat as a character. At this point, I'm just super annoyed by the fact that I don't know. I think it's just infuriating that Phoenix just sidetracked us as the protagonist. Something they've never done before in any of the expansions or even the base game. It's like, are you kidding me? I mean, this just.
Of their queen's passing, the people of Alexandria.
It's really just this one fight now where she sweeps in at the second phase. You know, everybody praised how in Endwalker, the second phase was our phase, right? It was like, it was all about us. Everybody was like, yes, it is so cool that we have to do this fight alone, and then we still got we still got help, but it was about us. It was about us and Meteon and Xenos, and it was just perfect, right? And here it's now like, oh yes, let's go. Yes, now finally we are alone against this big bad. Finally we can do what we wanted to do the whole expansion, which is prove our worth as the warrior of light.
Was greeted with trepidation.
And kick some big bad evil's ass, right?
Wuklamat came forward to name herself as the boy's guardian.
And then it's like, yes, finally, okay, 30%. Now show us something badassery happen, and then we get help from our friends, and then Wuklamat comes in. It's I don't know.
And there would be no impact on their lives.
Of course, there's no impact on their lives. It's like, oh, convenient. I don't know. I felt it like a slap into my face, really. I just, at that moment, I still can't believe it that they did that. I'm sorry. It's just like,
He is older. Golulja will decide for himself.
I mean, could they not at least give us one moment to feel as the main protagonist of the game? No, of course, they had to have Wuklamat there. It's like, are you kidding
Be
me?
illuminated by the love of family.
I already found my peace with the expansion, I have to say, but this is just, I mean, come on. Why? I just don't get it. Why? Yoshi said there, read the reviews and be like, oh, everybody likes it to be the main protagonist. Let's take that away from them, right? It's like, to be fair, I don't even know. I think the Japanese,
Meanwhile, in Tuliyola, the people came together.
the Japanese
New
reviews are,
governments great.
and well, like the feelings about the game are usually pretty different than the Western ones, right? And I think
Honored
they,
those they lost. They turned their attention to a brighter future and celebrated for 3 days and nights.
and they, I think they listen more to the Japanese feedback than ours, right? Which is also why they want to change Viper, I think, because all the Western ones were like, what, Viper is good, like it is. But it seems it was Japanese feedback that's like, oh, Viper is too busy, and I don't know, whatever they said, right? I really don't like this soundtrack as well, in terms of this game. I don't know. I think the story itself isn't actually that bad, I have to say. I mean, I enjoyed the first half, like because it was exactly what we were promised, and it was interesting to get to know and do the 7 trials and stuff. But it just also was, I was just always expecting, like there's something to happen afterwards, right? Which makes sense, and then nothing happened, which was like the first real big downer in the game. And then, okay, we had the thing finally, the thing with Zoralja attacking Tuliolal, which I still think should have been immediately after the Rite of Succession instead of later on.
Those who had spent 30 years in the dome struggled to resume their former lives.
Why? They can just keep living in the dome.
And a host of other challenges remained.
Yeah, and then the rest is just a mess. I don't know. Like Final Fantasy XIV has always had pacing issues, and they always had gameplay issues, especially during the MSQ when it's not duty. And even the duties were worse than in previous expansions. I don't know, they were shorter, there were a fewer of them, they were less interesting. I don't know, it's just really... They did so many things wrong, and I just can't understand why and how.
The people may be assured
because they had all the feedback. They knew what people liked about the previous expansions. Why did they just, and what people wanted from new expansions? Why did they just throw it away? I don't understand it. I mean, maybe it's just, and I know it's not just me thinking like that, right? I mean, I can literally go to Metacritic and have a look at it, and it's the worst rated expansion by far so far, although that's probably gonna change a little. I mean, 6.4 is too low in my opinion for the user score. Especially, like since the game is not just MSQ, right? The battle content was very good so far. The second and the third trial were fantastic, except for the 30% phase in the last one now. The extremes are probably gonna be great as well, and I can just... I'm so looking forward to what the Savages and the Ultimates are gonna bring us, right? So that's, I mean, the game itself is gonna be great. For the rest 2 years that we have it, right? It's just the MSQ. Everybody is now up in arms against, because of the MSQ, right? But just rating it low because of the MSQ just is super stupid. Because, you know, we're gonna have 2 years more of this expansion and it's gonna be coming a lot of stuff. So it's just not fair to be like, I didn't like the story, so whatever. Yeah, but I don't know. These decisions, and these are directory decisions, right? It's not like the designers, the level designers, the story designers and stuff did a bad job. I mean, I was thinking, you know, like they probably don't even necessarily know if you're designing an area on the story of an area in this game. I'm not even sure if they know, you know, like which area it's gonna be. If it's gonna be the last area, if it's gonna be second last area. I'm not sure if all of, you know, like the low level designers, if they actually know the whole picture, because the last 2 areas were just boring compared to what we had in previous expansions in the last 2 areas. To be fair, the second to last was always a little meh, which is the one that I'm usually... Actually, that's not true. Endwalker, the second to last, was Elpis, right? Elpis was absolutely great. But they were usually more like lore heavy and lore focus. And I still don't get the farming thing. That was just like, well, okay, whatever. Once that it got a little closer to, you know, like getting to know Alexandria and stuff, that was a little more interesting then. But the last area is just... I mean, I don't mind having some emotional moments, right? But it's just like... 3 of those 4 felt very artificially emotional. I didn't care at all about Namika, I'm sorry. Mostly because it's just weird, because she went away from... She went away from Ruklamat on her own. They parted in life already, so why should it be sad that they have to... Yeah, I said it already on that moment. Then what else do we have? Otis? I didn't care about Otis. I mean, I cared about the robot more than the human there, because we already knew the human wasn't the robot that lived for 300 years trying to protect his people and stuff, right? And trying to protect little Galucha. So that was not really emotional. Briar's parents was emotional. That one hit me. And then Kiwa, not really again, I have to say. I don't know exactly why. Just because it was clear from the beginning that it was gonna be like that. It wasn't a surprise, nothing, right? So you had like the whole area to prepare for that. But it's just like there's nothing else but forced emotional moments. It's like, really? Give me something. Was there even a single battle in that? I don't think so, right? Oh yeah, no, we know. I had to kill the one water monster, right, for getting the ring back, right? And then there was 0 build up to the final dungeon. Final dungeon was great. Very good bosses, very good looking, good aesthetics. That was cool. But nothing compared to... I think, is it called End Time? You know, like the level 90 dungeon and also the Emerald. I mean, those hit totally different. And yes, I know, you know, like more story heavy, more lore heavy, but still, I mean... And then the last trial was great until 30%, and then it ruined my day. I'm sorry, really, just that one moment, Vuklamat swooping in, that ruined my day. I don't know, I was so happy that we could finally do something on our own, and then they just bring her back for no apparent reason. How does she even come in there again? It's like, huh? It doesn't even make sense. Oh. And I still have no idea how the science behind all of this works. But I just gave up on that for now, by now. And I still don't know how Galuja exists. I'm actually really baffled that they just gloss over that. Oh yeah, he just has a son. People at Square Enix, you do know how children are made, right? Even for reptiles. Right? It surely isn't his and Sphyn's kid. So who's the mother? I mean, what the heck? Maybe there's gonna be a side quest explaining that, I don't know. It's a mess. It's a huge freaking mess. The graphics update is a huge win. All of the areas look amazing. Biggest part of why I enjoy the first half of the expansion a lot more than I thought it would be. Probably also a part why I didn't enjoy the second part as much in hindsight, because, you know, like the areas just didn't look as good anymore, right? Because they were just different. I mean, Solution 9 is great, but we didn't really do a lot in there, right? And I don't know, I don't like Living Memory too much, I have to say. I mean, it just didn't hit me as too special for some reason, I don't know. Even though it was cool. They really need to up their game in terms of gameplay during MSQ. They could have done so many fun minigames and stuff, and they just did none of that. I don't understand that. And it's not like they wouldn't know. They even had these graphics and stuff in place, right? But it's just like, we could have done something interesting here, but we didn't. Instead, we just have a visual novel that you can click through. It's like, okay. I really hope they change that with the next expansion at the latest, if not with the patch series. I don't even care. Honestly, I don't even care about reimagining the jobs. I don't exactly know what they want to go do there. Just please, you finally need to step up your gameplay game during MSQ. The duties are fine. The Jaja was probably the best duty, I would say, in my opinion. The rest was a little, I don't know, didn't strike me as very special. The Wuklamot one was actually pretty fine, gameplay-wise. In hindsight, it's just like, once again, something I did as Wuklamot. We didn't even get our fight with Bakul Jaja as the Warrior of Light. It's just... yeah. Another problem I have is that they didn't even build up anything else that much. I mean, there was this mentioning of the South Sea Isles in the end, right? It's the Isles of Endless Summer. But you know, like they said, like the story is more gonna be like A Realm Reborn, but that's actually just not true. Because in A Realm Reborn, they did so much setting up future stuff. Especially, you know, like the Ascians. We had Hydaelyn and the Ascians. We had two beings of which we knew they were gonna be with us for a long time. But we have nothing right now. We don't have anything that is gonna be like, hey, this might be, you know, like our antagonist force for the next 10 years or whatever. It was just a self-contained story. There's no build-up to anything else. I mean, there's mentioning of other areas, but we already knew that. We already knew, hey, the South Sea Islands, hey, Mericidia, hey, the 13th. I was so hoping, I have to say, I was so hoping for in the end to, I don't know, that the key was actually not a key to other reflections, but to actual other dimensions. That would have been great. Because, you know, like, other reflections, just like, oh yeah, we're just still moving in the same universe that we have established with the Ascians and stuff, right? That's the biggest problem. I am very, very worried about, you know, like, the next 10 years of this game, because I don't, as it is currently, I don't think it's ever gonna reach the heights of Shadowbringers and Endwalker again, simply for the one reason that they already explained how the universe works. More or less, right? I mean, maybe they can up that somehow, but I don't think so. Because we know everything started with the Ancients. I mean, we don't know what was before. If they maybe they find something interesting of what was before that. And after that, everything is influenced by the Ancients, by the Ascians, right? Every reflection, everything that happens on the reflection, all Ascian doing. So how can they ever give us lore dumps like they did in Shadowbringers and Endwalker ever again? As long as they don't break out of this universe established by the Ascians. And I was like, you know, like maybe the key is actually a key to other dimensions instead of just reflections, dimensions in terms of, you know, like alternate universes, basically. Which would, I don't know how much, I mean, I would like it in terms of, you know, like then they could like have a universe and go like, what if the final days didn't happen, for example? Or what if the Ancients didn't exist? And something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure if that would be... It would also be controversial for sure. But at least I could see something being like, look, them building up a story again as they did with the original Ascians and Hydaelyn that culminated in Shadowbringers and Endwalker, right? Because currently I'm seeing nothing for the next expansion, at least not from this one. I mean, next expansion I still expect to be going back to the 13th together with Reen and Gaia, because that's what I feel was set up with the patch content of Endwalker, right? And then after that it's probably gonna be Merocidia and the South Sea Isles, or one of them. But I don't see an overarching story for now. It's just like, yeah, that's just loose ends that we need to tie together. It would have even be cool for Sphene to maybe, you know, like, get away. And become like an interdimensional supervillain thing. Right? Something, just something, but now we're just here left with nothing. I don't even know what the patch content could be about. I hope they know. Maybe we get some setup there, but it's like, it's just a mess. The point is, I actually enjoyed playing through the game a lot. You did see me, you know, like frustrated for quite a few moments, I would say, but that was also the same case for me in Endwalker. I feel I was more frustrated with Endwalker than I was with Dawntrail, because I had different expectations of Endwalker than what they delivered. Because I felt myself like the pacing and the order of some areas and stuff like that, I just felt was so off. And I felt just they weren't, you know, like, just not courageous enough to actually try something more depressing, even though that's what the theme of Endwalker was, right? Here I didn't have too much. I was very frustrated when nothing happened after the Rite of Succession. I guess you saw that. But then soon afterwards, something did happen, so that was okay. So then I was like, okay, oh no, it's fine. But then it's just like the next 2 areas where we don't really do a lot. Yeah, that got me frustrated in the end. But apart from that, I mean, as soon as it came to how Alexandria works, how the soul technology works and stuff, I found that very interesting, even though I still don't understand it, and even though the game still couldn't convey to me how it exactly works. And again, I might just play through it on the German localization at some point. Maybe something got lost in translation there, or if it's just a super mess that nobody can actually explain as to how it works and why it works like that. Why the heck does Galuja exist? Instead of, except for the devs just being like, the writers just being like, oh yeah, we need a son. Yeah, okay, so who's the mother of that son? And we don't care, we just have a son. Yeah, who let Yak? I don't know, Zoralja. He went hermaphrodite because there was no other Mamulja around, and that's maybe a thing they can do. I don't know, he just fertilized himself. I don't know. It's a real thing, actually. I'm not even sure with what it's snails. I think it's like snails that can do that, right? Yeah, I hate that they have us as side characters. I really hope they're gonna realize, I really hope it's not just me that feels that way, that there's just too much Wuklamot in this game. It's like, oh my freaking hell. The stupid thing is, she's even the one turning off the. We're not doing anything in this game. I can't understand it. The Warrior of Light is not doing anything. What decision did we do? What actual important action did we do? We were just always in for the ride when someone else did it, right? Even in Shaloni, we were just doing what Erenville just told us, right? Which is, to be fair, what we usually do. But still, it's like, well, I guess Shaloni was the only moment where we actually felt a little more like we were the protagonist again. For 10 minutes or whatever, right? But apart from that, what did the Warrior of Light do? Nothing. Wuklamot was there every single time, except when we fought Galul Jaja, but that wasn't anything important. It was just like sparring. It was just like having fun. I mean, sure, he told us that, you know, like the Rite of Succession isn't actually important. It's what it's not the winner won't get the throne, but that didn't even mean anything in the end, right? Because not only did Wuklamot win, but she also proved herself worthy anyways. So that he told us that didn't make any difference at all. It's so stupid. Why did they even tell us that? We should have had Wuklamot should have lost at least, you know, like, but proven her worth anyways. Either that, if you want to go the cheesy way. Or what I have always been saying, I think Zoralja should have won. Zoralja should have won. Galucha should have been. Yeah, but you still don't think any of you still don't care about the people. I will not yield my throne to you. Zoralja going mad, killing Galucha, etc., etc. Or maybe Zoralja running away, finding, and then we could have had the rest of the plot play out as it is. Zoralja going away, Galucha not yielding the throne to anyone because Wuklamot didn't win as well, right? And then just, you know, like a few days later, Zoralja coming back as the super powered up high-tech guy that he was. So just something like that. It feels like a huge mess, I have to say. The story. Even though, as I said, I actually enjoyed it a lot more than it sounds like right now. I really enjoyed playing through the game. Also, I really took my time. I mean, it's like, what is it today? It's Wednesday. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, so 4 days of these 2 weeks I couldn't play any MSQ because of work. So yeah, I took my time and it was fun. I did some other stuff. I leveled my crafters. I'm still leveling my crafters. I'm almost done leveling my crafters and stuff. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, actually. It's just, it could have been so much better. And just some things really are infuriating me. Like, person on your screen right now, unfortunately. Yeah, but they will get feedback, right? And if you look at Metacritic right now, at least for the Western audience, it's pretty clear cut. Probably gonna turn away a lot of people, you know, like the ones that jumped on the train from Shadowbringers or even later, that are only here because of the story. Because, you know, like, it's only been Shadowbringers when people actually started being like, oh yeah, Final Fantasy is all about the story. Before that, no, we just played it as an MMORPG. Before that, it was just an MMORPG with an above average story for an MMORPG. Nobody was like, yay, the MSQ was good, yay, the MSQ was bad, oh no, now I don't play this game anymore or whatever. No, we just played it, we played raids and whatever. And then Shadowbringers was amazing. And suddenly everybody is like, oh, Final Fantasy, oh yeah, you need to play this through the story of Final Fantasy, and suddenly Monbrida is important. I'm sorry. I don't understand. As someone who has played this game for over 10 years, I just have to say this again. I've played this game since the beta of A Realm Reborn. I have actually a 1.0 character. I do have a legacy character in this game, but I've only played 3 weeks of like 1.0, unfortunately. I didn't play the patches and anything after that. I just rejoined when the beta of A Realm Reborn came out. And nobody cared about, sorry to say that, but nobody cared about Monbrida's death back in the days of A Realm Reborn. Not because nobody would have liked her, it's just like, she appeared and then she disappeared 1 patch later, or I think 2 patches later. And everybody that was like, huh? Why did they do that? And if I remember correctly, I think it was like, oh yeah, there was like feedback that people didn't like her, but it just wrote her off again immediately, which is like, okay, nobody really understood, but that was it. That was it. That was all that we thought about Monbrida's death back then. It was like, okay, weird decision, but whatever. And then suddenly, when Shadowbringers came, suddenly everybody started hyping up Monbrida's death so hard and being like, oh my god, this is such a sad moment and everything. And you know, like every new streamer and every streamer had like, oh god, this is such a sad story. Like a chat went wild when Monbrida dies, and they're like, oh, why are you not sad about it and stuff like, right? Then of course many people started playing the game because of the streamers, because they saw the streamers playing through the story, and it's like, oh, it's a good story, whatever, right? And suddenly everybody was super focused on the story, and then Endwalker of course was a super story focused expansion and was great. And now everybody's just like, story bad, game bad, user score 6.4. It's like outrageous. On Metacritic right now. I mean, to be fair, I've given it a 7 right now. I want to give it an 8. On Metacritic, but I was actually right when I was waiting for the queue to pop for the last trial. I was actually writing my review on Metacritic doing that, and I wanted to give it an 8. And then I went into the into the trial and saw Wuklamat swooping in at 30%, and I reduced my mark to a 7. Currently. And most of that is because the encounter design so far has been very good. Valigarmanda was pretty mid, I would say, so far. I'm gonna look forward how the extreme version is gonna be actually this evening, like in like 13 hours. Not recording though. So Ralja and what was even the name? Queen Eternal were fantastic. I really like those. If they continue with that, it's gonna be a fantastic expansion in terms of gameplay, in terms of battle and design, in terms of encounter design, and there's so much more content to come, right? With everything that they've promised so far in the next 2 years. So I find it actually really unfair to give it a bad review just because of the story. I also feel that there's probably gonna be a lot of people, because I've seen people in my FC that were a level 100 on like day 2 or even in the night of day 1, which means they must have skipped every single cutscene, right? It just went right to the end. And I wonder how many people actually do that, because I'm assuming there's still going to be a lot of people that weren't actually around for the release of Endwalker, and they just don't know how the release of an expansion in Final Fantasy XIV works. And most of them have played, or many of them have played World of Warcraft, and in World of Warcraft, the release of expansion is you get to max level as fast as possible, because nobody cares about everything else. And on max level you start grinding your gear so that you can go into the raid as soon as possible, because the raid, I think, is still being released immediately, right? Or maybe just a few days after or something like that. I think they now started doing it like Final Fantasy XIV, where the raid isn't immediately released. But the gearing up process in endgame and the things you need to do in endgame in World of Warcraft are a lot more than in Final Fantasy XIV, right? So I'm assuming there's gonna be people here that have no idea how the release of a Final Fantasy expansion work. They're gonna be grinding to the max level immediately. Gonna do like a few dungeons, gonna get their tombstone gear and then realize there's nothing to do. Because there isn't. Playing through the story is the expansion, and then in 2 weeks we have the first raid, and then the only thing you do is you get you need like 2 evenings maybe to grind enough tombstones to get your tombstone gear, and then you do the extremes instead. That's it. That's all you can do in the first 2 weeks, right? On battle content, of course. Which is usually what those people do, because I've had so many people, so many players coming over from World of Warcraft, and it's like, oh yeah, have you tried the Gatherers fishing or whatever? And they're like, oh no, I'm never gonna do that. And it's just like, why not? I'm never gonna be good to craft anything. It's like, well, you should try it. It's different than in World of Warcraft. No, I'm never gonna craft. Well, okay. Because crafting also is a big part of the game, right? I still have stuff to do. I have crafting. I have my folklore tomes, folklore books to grind and stuff, so. But yeah, I'm assuming that probably there's also gonna be people like that who's like just like, I'm max level, there's nothing to do, bad review. Do I think it's the worst expansion so far? Story-wise, no, absolutely not. Just the quality of what is shown is just so good. I mean, the story itself is rather weak, I would say. Probably maybe on the level of Stormblood, if not even lower. But how it is presented, the areas, just in terms of enjoyment of playing through the MSQ, I think it's higher because I barely felt bored. I was impatient, yes, but not really bored. And when I was playing through Stormblood, there was just moments when I was just plainly bored. I do remember that. It's been a long time since I've played through Stormblood, I have to say. I never felt bored through A Realm Reborn, but I mean, I played A Realm Reborn 10 years ago. And then I was just super novel to actually have a story. It was the first time I played a game with an MSQ, so that was great. And I think nowadays, A Realm Reborn is actually really good after level like 34, after you're done with the banquet. It's actually really good. With the rework of all the fights after that, it's a banger. And then the patch series, yeah, of course, yeah, right. I would say it's somewhere around Heavensward and Stormblood. Maybe between Heavensward and Stormblood. I enjoyed it. I'm surprised by myself. I can't say, oh, this is the worst expansion we had so far, because I really enjoyed playing through it. I know it didn't really seem like that, but most of the time I did actually enjoy playing through it. It could have been a lot better, but I enjoyed the Rite of Succession. After that, it was, as I said, a little more moments of frustration, but there was also a lot of moments where I was like actually interested in all the lore that they were dumping, right? How does Alexandria work? How does the soul technology work, etc., etc. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It might be that in 1.5 years we're saying about Dawntrail that it was the best content, best expansion ever, just because, but not story-wise, but like content-wise. If they bring something good like Bossia or maybe even better, hey, people might be saying in 2 years, looking back at Dawntrail and be like, wow, and initially the story wasn't too great, but the rest what they delivered was top-notch, right? Maybe. I'm hoping for that. But I really hope that they're gonna change things for next expansion, especially in terms of gameplay during the MSQ. And please focus a little more on the player as the main character again. So if they, if they need an engine update because so that they can bring us more better MSQ gameplay, then hey, do an engine update. I don't even care. If it's gonna be necessary for the next expansion, please do so. But if they're gonna deliver another expansion with an MSQ that is basically just a visual novel, I mean, if the story is great, sure. But it's gonna be difficult to actually have great story again. Maybe they wanted to just lay the bar at the lower, so that next time we're gonna be like, oh, this is very so much better than the Dawntrail story. I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, my 2 cents about Dawntrail. So let's see the after credit scene. Maybe the South Seas are even going to be patch content, right?
I'm sorry, we haven't been able
Don't
to
think
talk
so, though.
properly. Oh,
I think it's going to be an expansion together with Meracidia.
I've hardly had time to breathe. But at long last, there's a lull in my duties.
Great, and you decided to spend this time with me. I'm so delighted.
For us than we could ever hope to repay. Thank you from the
Wait, why? What did I do? I didn't. I just established that I didn't really do anything.
When we left the Eorzea behind to take part in the contest, none of us could have predicted what complications would follow. You truly have a knack for finding trouble, my friend.
Yeah, that's why it's usually fun.
And you wouldn't have it any other way.
So what's next for you? Assuming you're still set on leaving the Gleaner's life behind?
I'm off to fulfill my mother's dream, of course. Like she had intended, I'll embark on a journey in search of the unknown. She's sure to enjoy my stories when we meet again in the Ethereal Sea.
Will you meet her again in the Ethereal Sea? Didn't she die in the Reflection? Although I don't know how exactly that works with the dimensional fusion, because nobody cares to explain it to me.
Well, sounds like a plan. But will you have the coin to get by?
I may no longer be a gleaner, But I still have contacts in Charlian. Contacts with...
He put down his backpack, finally.
Always eager to pay for information on new or rare species.
You've got it all worked out. And what of you? Any new adventures in the offing?
Hope so. I'm nodding. Why? Where am I going?
Until you're ready to leave, you're our guest here in Tulihyolal. And this time, I won't pester you to take up a post.
Okay, be gone, please.
By now,
I've had enough for you for the next
to know you can't stay
2
in one
patches.
place. No more than you can ignore the plight of those in need.
I'm actually really looking forward to the patches, although that's the issue that I don't really know. And like all the expansions except for Endwalker ended in the 0.3 patch, right? I'm really not seeing what we could be doing in the next 3 patches in terms of Dawntrail story, because it feels finished. There's no LED bus around. There's no Nidhogg around. There's no... What's her name?
Your path will always lead you elsewhere.
I mean, there is the key.
You'll continue walking it. Isn't that so?
An adventurer to the marrow you are. What is it exactly that spurs you on?
The legacies I bear. All the sights I've yet to see. I'm Azam. Okay, the key will be the focus of the... I mean, it makes sense. Focus of the patches, I guess, of the next 3, or at least some of them. I mean, that's a regulator, right? Why did they show us her crown again? Are they like implying that she might not be fully gone yet? And as much as I'd love to keep chatting, I need to get going. Still a heap of things to do, and I wouldn't do to leave it all to Kona. By the way, did Galulja decide to remain in Solution 9? He did. I said that he can consider Tulihyolal his home, but he's more comfortable over there. Shale keeps an eye on him for us. Yeah, I guess it was actually still Zoralja in that picture, and they just threw together all the characters in one picture for some reason. I thought he was like, you know, like I thought like Bakul Jaja was like maybe training together with Galulja or something like that. But we'll visit him as often as we can. He still needs our support, especially while he's agonizing over his inherited authority. I mean, he's still around, okay, yeah. But there's no threats, no loose end right now, so it's gonna be interesting. But I told him he needn't make a decision right away. We can't postpone it forever either. I'll do whatever I can to help Galulja, as well as everyone inside the dome. I promise as much to Sphene. Did the dome dissipate when we killed Zoralja? Am I stupid? Or was that level just above the dome? That might actually be. For my part, I'll be keeping to Tural for a time. Among other things, I'd like to look into the problem with the wildlife in Shaloni. So if you get the urge, Yomi, let's go on another journey together. Oh yeah, I would actually like that. Just you and me, Arenville. No Vuklamat, okay? I actually... Looking back at that, it was actually such a respite. I actually enjoyed that more than I thought I would. Even though I was like, why the heck are we doing this and not bringing the story forward? But it's just like, just Vuklamat not being there for a while was actually really refreshing. There's still plenty of places I would like to show you. She's still into Graha more than you though, Arenville, right? So just that you know. Now that sounds like fun. If you ever have need of me, I'll come. No! No, you stay away. Please don't. Oh, before I forget, I also have a gift for you. Can you guess what it is? Tacos? An alpaca. Oh, okay. Comes from totally stable, of course, and it's as sure-footed as they come. Perfect for an adventurer who's always on the move, eh? Here, this is the whistle for calling it. Thank you. Right, I really get going now, but I'm sure we'll meet again soon. Please no. The next time, take care. Bye, have a nice time. Meanwhile, in Solution 9. Oh, are they gonna talk about the plans to open up the Arcadian again? Actually, only 6 days away. At least for the normal mode of the raid, story mode of the raid. Also, what do the regulators even work? Still work now? As they did before? Wow, look at all those. Well, that's why they reopened the Arcadian, right? Because everybody is so depressed. Fellow citizens of Alexandria, ever since our beloved queen's passing, you have understandably abided in grief. Sorrow darkens your once bright faces. But is this what Her Majesty would have wished to see? No, most assuredly not. You know this to be true. If we are to honor her memory, we must reclaim our smiles. To that end. Graphics update. Biggest GPUs ever. Okay. That's right, friends. After a long hiatus, whatever. I am pleased to announce the grand reopening of the Arcadian. The realm's finest fighters stand ready to entertain you in glorious and thrilling combat. Come and join us, I bid you, and let your cares be forgotten. I don't really like the idea of just fighting in like having a raid dedicated to just entertainment. But I mean, whatever. I'm missing the time when the raids were actually story relevant. Like, in A Realm Reborn, haha. I mean, look, the weird thing is they literally... Skies have laid, proclaim Night's End, and thoughts onto Adventure Tent, the brave make haste over hill and dale to drip... I don't know why they... What was I saying? Oh yeah, they literally introduced story mode in Heavensward for raids, so that also... people who couldn't beat the normal, you know, like the Savage version of the Savage difficulty raids, that they could see the story, and then, but at the same time, they made the story completely disconnected from the actual story of the game, which is like, huh? I mean, huh? And yeah, I mean, I didn't really like the Omega raid story. Heavensward was pretty good, I would say. Shadowbringers was really good. Endwalker was meh. And I fear this one is gonna be meh as well, probably. But yeah, we'll see. This is it. With Gilganos playing Dawntrail, I will probably return for the patch content, but only not too soon. I will record them for sure, and then probably maybe release some videos somewhere down the line, somewhere before the next expansion is gonna release. So yeah, until then, I hope you had fun. I had fun. Maybe you wanna watch some of my other playthroughs. I'm usually playing variety, whatever comes my way. Maybe give you a follow. Wait, we're on YouTube. Maybe subscribe to the channel so that you are informed when the next thing happens. And if not, well, whatever, that's your choice. Don't forget, no matter where you are, you always GG. Please honor your brave and nice and... It's so late, I'm so tired. Teammates, until next time. Take care. Bye-bye.